The South African Police Service is giving an update today at the Pretoria North Magistrates Court on her murder case. The 31-year-old was brutally murdered last week. Let's take a listen into that now. Nhlanhla is waiting for us there to provide us with an update.
It is a very good afternoon to you and our viewers at home. We are outside the Pretoria Magistrates Court, whereby we are with the National Police spokesperson, Brigadier Atlenda Mate, who's going to give us an update on Olorato, who died on Sunday. It is alleged that she went out on a date with a guy named John, and he was using a VW Polo. And few hours after that, her body was found laying on the Lombardy West near Alexander. But we hear that they have new information, and so I'm just going to bring in the national spokesperson who's going to give us an update as to what has really happened so far. Brigadier Mate, thank you so much for joining us. Can you please give us a fresh perspective on this case? What's the latest one?
So a lot has happened since Sunday. You'll recall that we have mobilized maximum resources, just like in any other GBVF case in the country. So since Sunday, we have been investigating this particular case. Yesterday, our team went through to KZN, where they had traced this particular VW Polo. We found it at a panel beater workshop in Phoenix. We then proceeded to the home of one of the suspects, where we found the parent of one of the suspects who the vehicle belongs to. So in terms of the vehicle, we had our forensic experts that worked on the vehicle. And they found traces of blood. So they're still analyzing and trying to match the blood to try and ascertain who the blood belongs to. But we're quite confident that the vehicle that we have in custody now, it is the vehicle that was used in the commission of the murder of Olorato Mongale. But what we've also uncovered is that this particular vehicle was used in several other crimes, and we are uncovering a syndicate that is targeting women. So they are targeting them using the same modus operandi. They are proposing to them, getting into, your relationships, flirting with them, chatting and so on, until such a time when these women agree to meet with them. So they would target them in malls, shopping malls, and so on, and stores and so on. And they would go for a woman who looks independent, who looks like, they have it all together. And they would target you, and so that's the modus operandi in various provinces. I mean, we've been receiving calls as far as Northern Cape, the Free State, and in Gauteng. So we had a similar case in Brakpan on the 20th of April, where a vigilant member of the South African Police Service actually picked up this suspicious-looking VW Polo on the side of the road. And upon further investigation, he then found that a woman was kidnapped. And he detained two suspects, Bongani Mtimkulu, Pilani Makanya, on a charge of kidnapping and robbery. On the 22nd of April, they appeared before the Brakpan Magistrate Court, and on the 26th, they got bail. So this particular vehicle, we had confiscated it. It was in our police vehicle pound, so in the SAP 13 store. It is in our custody until such a time that these suspects brought an application before court for us to release this vehicle, citing that the vehicle belonged to one of the parents and so on. So on the 9th of May, I think the vehicle was then given back to these accused and to the rightful owner, who happens to be a parent of the suspect. But we do have the parents also in custody. We do have the father. He is cooperating with us, but our investigators are still busy. But the National Commissioner is really encouraged at the speed at which we have been able to make key progress in this case. And I think the most important goal now is to find these three suspects. They will tell us who was involved in this particular crime, but we know that 3 or all 3 of them were directly involved in the murder of Olorato. So they need to come forward and tell us what exactly happened. But if they don't come forward, we are on the ground. We have our teams. We have our SAPS anti-kidnapping task team. We've got our crime intelligence operatives. We've got, our FCS investigators. We've got our Gauteng provincial investigating unit that is working tirelessly. We've got the Hawks in KZN that have also been very instrumental. The case now is being led by the Provincial Commissioner of Gauteng, Lieutenant General Mtombeni. We've got the Provincial Commissioner of KZN, Lieutenant General Ntantla Mkhwanazi, that have been roped in now to ensure that we maximize the resources on this case so that we save more lives. I think the goal now is to find these killers and to save more lives, because we don't want a situation where we pick up another dead body of a woman in this country at the hands of these heinous criminals.
Earlier on, you spoke about 2 bodies that were found. Are they also linked to this very same case?
Look, our investigators are still analyzing the dockets, and as we continue to publish the number for Brigadier Nama, encourage people to come forward. His phone is actually ringing off the hook. People are really coming forward. Women that were victims of these alleged perpetrators, they are coming forward with the information. We are also having people that know them, that are saying, I went to school with this individual. We know that this individual is busy with this and so on. So the cooperation is overwhelming, the information that we are receiving. So in terms of the sentence cases, we are analyzing the dockets. We are still linking them. So as investigation unfolds, hopefully the investigation will reveal more. But what we are certain is that we are dealing with a dangerous syndicate that goes after women for their money, because they possibly believe that women are easy targets. They see them as a soft and easier target. So they go and target women, vulnerable women, smooth talk them, and get them to meet with them, go out on dates, and that's when they attack them, they pounce on them. So really, South Africans do assist us. We need Bongani Mtimkhulu in custody. We need Pila Makanya in custody. We need Fezile Ngubane in custody to answer to crimes that they have committed.
Thank you so much, Brigadier, for joining us. There you have it. She is saying that the police are on the ground looking for these suspects, and they hope that South Africans will come forward and help them.